Hi, Jason Lee Bobcats. I'm here today to talk about the retake protocol for all of our topic summative assessments. Anytime that you take a post-test that is summative on our topics in math class, you will have the ability to practice this protocol and complete the steps necessary in order for me to assign the retake via Save Us Realize. This process is necessary for me to see your understanding with and growth essentially with that particular standard that you would like to retake. It allows me to look at your test corrections and to look at what other supports you may need in order to improve and show growth on the test. Ultimately, when you retake a test, you want to be able to show growth, whether that be from a beginning to an approaching, a beginning to a meeting, a beginning to an exceeding. So you want to be able to have that growth, and I have to be able to see these steps to help you get that growth that you need and to really ultimately understand what you're learning in the math. So here you'll see on my screen, we have our page from today. We talked about our retake summative assessments for topic 1 and 2. The first thing that we need to focus on when we're looking at retaking an assessment is everyone must complete test corrections. So this is the test correction sheet right here. This will also be posted in our classroom information and resource page. If you click on the test correction sheet PowerPoint, it'll open and bring you to a new page in Schoology. You will not be able to edit it in this Schoology page. So therefore you have to go up here to the little arrow that's pointing down. And when you hover over that, it says download. Go ahead and download that PowerPoint. You notice my downloads pop up down here. So I'm going to open that download. And when I open that download, my PowerPoint should open in desktop view. If it does not open in desktop view and it opens in your Microsoft Office in a new tab, make sure you click that little, you've done this before in class, that little button at the top of the ribbon that says open in desktop app. Make sure it's open in the desktop app and you click on enable editing. Once you click on enable editing, you are now you have at your fingertips the test corrections. There's multiple slides here for multiple test corrections. You can always right click and duplicate slide to add more test correction pages to this document. If I'm wanting to fill this out, I have done several things. I have, first and foremost, identified via the rubric for the topic test which standards I would like to retake. See my other video to know how to identify those standards and how to use the rubric. Once I've identified those standards that I need to retake, I've identified the questions that I'm going to correct. I'm going to actually go to the questions that are incorrect and correct them. Now, if you say to yourself, Ms. Keller, I don't even know where I went wrong, then you need to attend office hours with me so we can work through those questions together and you can go through this test correction process together and then do some more practice in order to get ready for that summative retake. So up here, you're going to go to the test that you're wanting to retake. You're simply just going to type in topic 1, 6NS2. I want to know the standard and the topic. You can go ahead and type in your name and then the date, 1/7/21. And then you're going to complete the test corrections in the order in which you see the boxes here. There are 6 main boxes. Each of these boxes go for 1 question, which means that I'm looking up here at each of the columns. Identify the error, demonstrate understanding, and make connections. I am going to go here and look at identify the error. And in box number 1, I'm going to restate the problem. I'm going to put the problem that I got incorrect. Let's say it's number 6 on topic 1 test. I'm going to write the number there. And then number 2 says explain in complete sentences what caused you difficulties about the problem. So I'm going to explain what caused me difficulties about the problem. Remember in box number 1 here, just restate in your own words the problem, especially if it's a word problem, okay? If it's just a basic like fluency question, like 100 divided by 10, then just type that in there, okay? Here I'm going to explain in my own words what caused me difficulties using complete sentences. What caused me difficulties was, Eben gave us a great example for his in class where, he indicated I wasn't sure about the operation I was supposed to use. That's a great point to put down there of what caused you difficulties. Then you move on to question or box number 3. You're going to solve the problem here. So here's where you're going to solve the problem you missed. Solve the problem you missed. Okay. Box 4 is you're going to explain your work. So this is like explain how you solved it. So using words, checking your work. Okay. And then here for box number 5, you're going to explain what you understand about the problem now that you did not before. And then number 6, you're going to say in the future, I'll make sure to know that in the future, I will make sure to ... You can finish that sentence, right? I'm including the question and the answer when I'm using those complete sentences. So I think that's important to note as well. Notice how I've actually looked right up top here at each of these questions here that correlate with the boxes. Once I've finished doing my test corrections, I may, if I want to retake 6NS2 and I've missed all 4 of them, I have at least 3 test corrections that I need to do. 3 test corrections and a reteaching. Now the reteaching documents, I will show you in a minute, need to be done if you've missed more than 1 question in a particular standard. I need to be able to see that you understand this work. So therefore, the reteaching document that you will need to use is the following. This is also found in our Schoology course page. Under today's assignments, and it's labeled Retake Topic 1 and 2 Reteaching Document Links. So when I click on that, you'll notice it'll populate here in our course page for Schoology. And when I scroll down, there's directions. If you missed more than 1 question per standard, you need to do a reteaching document. If I missed 2 questions out of 4 in 6NS2, then I would have to click here on the hyperlink, which should take me to a new page, which is the reteaching PowerPoint. You complete this work and make sure when you're done that you save this work to your OneDrive or desktop because you're going to have to upload it. And check out my other video on how to upload it to the forms. Okay, you'll have to upload that to the forms. So let's say that I'm done. If I'm done with my reteaching, I've done all of those parts, then I'm going to come back to my Schoology course page from today, and I'm going to look for the test correction practice form submission, and I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to click on this blue bar here if I want to open it up in another tab, but I, by all means, can actually complete this form submission right here in Schoology. What you're going to do is watch the directions. I kind of show you what this entails, and then you're going to make sure that you upload your test corrections and that you upload any reteaching documents that you did for that particular standard. You'll have to check out my other video on how to attach the test corrections and the reteaching to this form. That is the test correction and retake protocol. Once these items are done, then you'll reach out to me, whether we were in our Teams call, in our office hours, or via email. And once I check for these things and we have a conversation, a very quick conversation about your understanding and stuck points and how we can make sure that those don't happen on our retake, I then will assign you the retake assessment via Save Us Realize for you to complete. All right, Bobcats, please reach out if you have any questions.